So if you're experiencing an issue and it doesn't seem like you're arriving any closer at a solution, I would recommend stepping away from the situation. Because what I find that happens, so when we're focusing very intently on something and we're trying to force a solution and it doesn't feel like anything that we do is working, what happens is our perspective just becomes very constricted. Like we develop this tunnel vision and it becomes almost impossible to see other perspectives or other possibilities. Just like zooming in very close on a picture and it's hard to even make out the details. Whereas when you zoom out, all of a sudden you can see like how all the pieces fit together. And I believe what's also happening when we step away from the situation is that we're surrendering to this infinite intelligence. And we're allowing this infinite intelligence to reveal other possibilities to us. And it's almost like we're kind of taking God's hand or source or whatever you want to call it and allowing, just kind of trusting that it will be worked out for us. And I experienced this recently with, I got locked out of my PayPal account and nothing I was doing to reactivate it was working, and I was trying, it kept asking to verify my identity, and it literally just kept going in loops. And I was just getting more and more frustrated. And yeah, I think the frustration also tends to distort our perspective and just makes it very difficult to see a way out. And so finally I was like, you know what, there's nothing more I can do about this. I'm just going to step away from this. And then the next morning I called PayPal customer service, and within seconds they were able to reactivate my accounts. And I've experienced this with ongoing issues as well. In fact, with a perceived health issue that I had been experiencing for over a decade. And it felt like I had tried everything, like medical, natural health, affirming for better health, like you name it. And it felt like no matter what I did, it felt like the situation wasn't improving, and in some cases actually getting worse. And then at a certain point, I wouldn't have called it surrender back then. I basically just gave up. I was so tired of dealing with it, of thinking about it. And it occurred to me that the situation itself wasn't actually that bad. It was just all the emotions that I was piling on top of it. And it was only when I surrendered that a few months later, I noticed that I was experiencing hardly any symptoms, or at least they had greatly diminished. So if you're experiencing any sort of issue, whether it's health, relationship, technology, I would recommend just stepping away for a little bit and just returning to it. That way you can return to it with a clean slate. Yeah, that's another thing that I want to add too. Yeah, it's like you're erasing all these past stories, all these limited beliefs that you keep piling on top of the situations. It's like you erase all of it and you're getting a fresh start. And so I trust that this has been beneficial. Thank you so much for watching and have a wonderful day.